What's up, y'all? This is coleydtoo, and this is another episode of What Grinds My Gears. Now, I've been taking in requests during my hiatus or whatever, and this is the first of my few clips that I will be doing on the requests I've been receiving. Alright, this request was sent in by my homeboy Alan Alien Flow Hermes. And he sent this following suggestion. Do you know what really grinds my gears? Reality shows. Boy, do I agree with him. Oh, yes. Some of these reality shows need to get off. No, actually, most of these reality shows need to get off the air. Period. In no particular order. Any show that has to do anything with the Real Housewives or any other kind of wives, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you got so many, like the Real Housewives of Orange County, the Real Housewives of Atlanta, the Real Housewives of Kinston, something, I don't know. So that's what it's going to be up to if you keep on having these spoofs, you know what I'm saying? Like, really, like you. What's the point of the Real Housewives? Like, I'm not trying to sound sexist when I say this, but having too many of these housewives show, like, really, it's focusing towards women. Now, me personally, I don't, like, I seen maybe a couple of episodes of the very first Housewives when it came out or whatever, and didn't watch it because it wasn't interesting to me. And then the same producers keep on producing the same stuff, I mean, it's a format that, in my opinion, sucks. Like, don't produce any more of that show. And then you just have the regular wives series, like Basketball Wives, Baseball Wives, so many wives. No, stop doing that. Cause number one, you're trying to go off the Real Housewives. Number one. Number two, no one ain't trying to watch anybody's messed up life. Like, any show that is following people's lives, I'm not interested in that. Such as those two series, you have you like Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I'm like, really? Like, anybody's getting a reality show nowadays. I kind of knew that, you know, reality shows kind of started to tank, really, in my opinion, when they started coming out with these love shows, such as the ones that be coming out on VH1 and ABC, like Flavor of Love, Rock of Love, I Love New York. Let's see what else. And then you got The Bachelor and The Bachelorette. All these unnecessary love shows, and then you got and then you got these other two that I think came out on Fox. I think one of them stars who is it, George Lopez. Like, what is all of that about? Like, nobody. I mean, I don't know. Some of these shows, no, it doesn't need to be on the air. And then, for some of you that personally know me, you know that I love music. I love just about all kinds of music, except for some people in country. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is this. Okay. I like music competition shows. Okay. So it's a music competition / reality show. So American Idol. Now, I didn't catch much of the first season, but I kind of liked it at first. I ain't gonna lie. I started, I got into it until like after the 5th season. See, because like, this is my thing, right? If you want to enter a music competition, you got to be all heart. You got to be the type that actually wants to produce music, the one who actually wants to do something with the music career. You know what I'm saying? Don't go on the show, sing your heart out, and don't do nothing. Prime example, Taylor Hicks. He was the season 5 winner of American Idol. And what did we get out of him? One single. He produced one single, and that was it. We had heard nothing else from him. If there's an album out there somewhere for him, please let me know. But I heard just one single from him, and that's it. I seen him in a few Ford commercials where he was singing and doing some stuff like that. But other than that, I ain't seen nothing else from him. And that's just one example. I'm pretty sure there's probably a couple more examples or whatever. And then the biggest thing, right? Now the judges are like gone. So basically, the format's falling apart. The only veterans on that show now are Ryan Seacrest and Randy Jackson. Those are the only 2 veterans on that show left. And the guy from Telescope that comes on every finale or whatever. Now we got this thing called X Factor. Now for those of you who follow up shows on like this, you know that this is a show that was originally created in the UK. American Idol was too, as Pop Idol, but brought it here to the States. Now we're bringing the X Factor to the States. Me personally, sort of a nice concept, but it's a lot like American Idol. The only exception is you have groups and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? You could win as a group, or you could win as a single person. And their top prize, $5 million contract. $5 million. This is my thing, right? $5 million. All this now, you dishing out all this money. Now what? Now what if they become another Taylor Hicks? Don't do nothing with it. Then what? All that money gone to waste. Done. Zippo. Nada. There's a lot of shows that need to get canceled. There's a lot of shows that need to be canceled. Oh. There's one other show that they need to quit, and there's one other show that they need to bring back. One other show they need to quit, they need to X out, is what's that show? Wife Swap. Really? Who wants to have a show where husbands, switch wives? No. Wait a minute. Let me add one more to that example. Let me add one more to that example list, and then I'm gonna go to the one that I like for it to be brought back. There's a show that my homeboy that me and my homeboy Alan watched late at nights. I think it was on the CW or something like that. After Cheaters went off, it was oh gosh. I can't remember the name of that show, but I remember what the show was about. It was about it was about a couple who basically about to get ready to get married or whatever, right? And the couple decided to put their trust to the test. They go on this show and we let the future groom go out and have their bachelor party or whatnot. And you know they have their fun and stuff like that. But little do they know, little do the bachelor know that there's gonna be this hidden camera following around them all the way and stuff like that. And if they pass this test or whatever, then boom, they're gonna get married the next day. But if they don't, then you know they're gonna call off the whole thing and all that stuff. See, women called that show like it was nothing. Is the show still on the air? I don't know. I hope not. Because my thing is this: if you need a show to try to figure out if your man is doing something wrong or whatever, then why are you even trying to get married? If you even having doubts, period, about your relationship, then why are you even discussing marriage? That's just a waste of time, waste of money, waste of planning, waste of other people's time, the whole 9 yards. You don't do that. That's just simply, you don't do that. Now, the show that I wish they sort of bring back. I mean, even though you could do this in your own home, but there's a show that I used to watch called Super Nanny on ABC. Apparently, I like to watch this show because it shows me how many parents can't control their own kids without calling Miss Joe Frost, who is very, very good with kids, by the way. You know what I'm saying? She's strict, she's firm, but she also is nice. You know what I'm saying? But they need to bring their show back because they are showing. Matter of fact, I think the series is on Hulu somewhere or whatever. Look up Super Nanny if you got like a Hulu account, right? And I think it's free. If not, I think it's free to view Super Nanny. If not, then you need to go ahead and sign up with Hulu Plus and look at Super Nanny. It's funny, but you see all these spoiled brats, might as well say, doing whatever, and these parents can't take control of their kids. Now, not being a racist, and I will never be that, and I know there gonna be some racists commenting on this video after I say this, but you would never catch a black family on Super Nanny. You wouldn't, unless they're very weak. Here's why. Cause let me have a spoiled brat like that acting like. Let me have a kid even thinking about acting up the way those kids do on Super Nanny. I want to have to call up Joe Frost because all I gotta do is take out that belt and that's a wrap. That is a wrap. I get in that belt, wow, you gone, done, see ya. Go to your room. You ain't getting out of it until 2 months later. I send your food up. If you gotta go to school, I will carpool you to the schoolhouse until you get your act straight. You ain't playing no game. You ain't looking at no TV. None of that. Going to work, the only thing you're gonna do is sit there, do your homework, then after that you're just gonna sit there in your room, just chill. You ain't gonna do nothing. It may sound harsh, but kids gotta learn tough love or whatever. And later on down the line, they're gonna thank you. Basically, thank you for putting them in line, thank you for keeping them out the streets. The whole 9 yards, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, majority of these reality shows got to go because you're taking up space. I mean, TV is garbage now. I could do a whole grind my gears about why TV is garbage, but I would take up the whole entire length of this thing if I did. But yeah, just people need to restore TV back to where it was, where it could be watchable, where must-see TV was actually must-see TV, where Sundays where you don't need Netflix or Hulu to gather around the computer or the TV screen, Sunday. I remember there was shows on Sundays like Touched by an Angel, where everyone crowded around the TV screen just to look at it because it was that good and wholesome. You know what I mean? TV just sucks now. I'm gonna be honest with you. TV just sucks. But that's my time. I gotta get out of here. You know what I'm saying? But again, big shout out to Allen and Flo Hearns for providing me with that topic or whatever. And I'll see you the next time on The Crimes My Gears. Peace.